Hi everyone. Welcome to the Hope 8 Dynasty Forum.
You're welcome.
My name is Tolu.
And my name is Anthony.
And together we are
OA Dynasty.
So what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to be discussing something very critical. We're going to be talking about the process to success, but we're going to be isolating the process.
Mm-hmm.
Most people believe that, or some people believe that the end justify the means.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the means is very important, because sometimes people achieve some good successes, and when they get to the peak of their career, things they have done in the past will hunt them down, and that fall is usually very big. It's usually a massive one that everybody will now be involved, and they will now be on the spot, and they will be wishing or willing they didn't go through the process that took them to that success spotlight. So that is what we are going to be discussing today.
And that, I think, takes me to the title of today, is that may we never fall down.
Amen.
After we have risen.
Amen.
And this is very critical, and it's just so passionate. I'm so passionate about it because, and every young person out there, I know that you want to be successful, and sometimes you just want to do it anyhow. Let me just get there. And we've seen situations of people who have been on Forbes list, and then they get to know that what they were doing was actually not something credible, not what. So why would you want to really do that and then jeopardize your name, your integrity, your future? I know it was, there was this analogy I was giving yesterday in church, where they said that the closer you move to the light, the more you'll be able to see all the pores and all the different colors of the light. And there's some things that we can do and get away with when we have not risen to the top of our career. There are some things that people just like, okay, let it just slide. But once you get to that top of your career, especially, if you're fortunate to be leading a very big institution and all that, everybody wants to pay attention to what you do, right?
All eyes on you.
All eyes on you. And also don't forget that not everyone likes you. So some people are busy looking out for your loopholes. They're just looking out for what you have not done in the past or what you did not do well in the past, so they can punch holes into your person. So, and I know that really in this life, like my husband says, that it will be the height of deception to think that everyone will like you. And we're not saying that everyone will like you, but what we are saying is that as much as it lies in our power to do things right by God and by man, do things well.
Very important. Very important. Someone said not long ago, I think it's one of the presidential aspirants in Nigeria that said that. He said, if you want to be called excellency, let the process that takes you to that office be credible and excellent. So why are we saying this? We've seen a lot of leaders, big leaders, only to discover that the process that took them to the office was not credible. So I've spoken to some young people that they will tell you, all win away, anyway, let us just get it. They just want to get things done without looking at the possibility of repercussion, the possibility of the aftermath, the effect it's going to have on their integrity,
on their children, their name.
So please, this is what we are discussing today. Recently, we had one big shot in one of the universities in Canada who had issues with something that has been done in the past.
And it wasn't, and to be honest, this particular thing was more like you being silent about a praise, a recognition that you get. So it's not like the person went to do something still or do something that you would say bad, right? In the real sense of it, but because they've been looking for O's and O's and O's into this person, they were able to punch, to get that particular hole to say that after all, this person has taken credit for this thing when the person is not really this, right? So, and for me, and while some people were actually happy with what happened to that person, I wasn't, because I was just thinking about this person is at the peak of their career and see what is happening to them, and that's to show that because these people, if they truly love this person, they might not have gone that way. So that's to say that People are looking to punch holes. So if you have like a huge following on social media, don't be carried away by and by God's grace, we're also praying to God not to be carried away by by following and all that, because not everyone that is following you is truly following you
for a good reason.
Exactly, they're only following. Sometimes are following you so they can puncture holes into something that you are doing or what you have not done, and to criticize and whatever. So it is important for us. So we will continue to do what we need to do best as God has given us light.
While you are talking about this followership thing, do you know that most of the biggest leak that we have seen so far is from the followers? Once you mistakenly post it, your follower is screen grabbing it right
away.
And they are the one using it to bring those people down.
That's so true. That's so true.
It's important for us to not be carried away. And from what you said, which is very valid, we live in a world that is finding fault.
Yeah.
Especially when they see you a little bit above them. What they are looking for is your fault. But they will only find fault that is there.
That is exactly.
They will only find fault that is there. So that is why you are aspiring to be successful, do not put the cart before the horse. Follow a due process. Let the process that is taking you to that excellent position be excellent
as much as
so that when people are using searchlight to look for fault, they will not find anyone.
And this is really, really important, especially in this world where we have young people who are just all about the money. They don't want to think about how they will get the money. It's just the fame. It's just, and don't get me wrong, all those things are good. It's good to have money. Money is a tool that you can send and all that. Sometimes fame can also bring you good good stuff, right? But at the end of the day, that's not truly what we should be seeking. When we are looking at success, it's about how are we fulfilling purpose. And if you are truly fulfilling purpose, we're not going to be fulfilling purpose in a way that is does not align with the purpose giver.
If there's a summary of what we are going to do, what we have been discussing so far, is that your process is important.
It's important.
When you see a great man, the question you ask him is, how did you do it?
How did you do it?
Is it how? When you see someone making it, ask a back end question. The success will attract you, but there's something that can sustain the success, and that is the process. If the process is not solid, then it's just like building a big house on a very faulty foundation. Just a slight rocking coming down. So because we are saying this because we have a lot of people who are about to take some steps that will haunt them in the future. It's a call for you to think about the future and stop now. Stop now. Because if you have the potential to succeed in a small way, then you have the potential to succeed in a big way. So look at your track record. You have been succeeding in a small way. Don't push yourself too hard. Keep the process excellent. Why? Because by the time you get to the top, people will bring their searchlight. They will not find fault in you, and people will try to pull you down. They will not be able to do that. And we have some people now, big shots, political office holders, CEOs, and things like that. People have actually seen the loopholes in their success process. And even some of them, their children cannot be proud of them, but they don't care. But a good name is better than gold. It's better than gold. And think about the legacy you leave. If they mention your name, what should come to mind?
Exactly.
If I mention your name now, your name, what do you think should come to the mind of other people that get your name? So please pay more attention to the process. If the process is good, don't worry, success will follow suit. It's just the natural law of life. It's just like you planting a seed correctly.
The right conditions.
The right condition, everything, the fruit will come. The fruit will come.
And we trust that you have been blessed. And we just wanted to put this out there, and we are praying as well that God would also continue to help us, that we'll stay grounded in Him, because He's the one that gave us this platform in the first place. And it's our duty to Him to follow the process that He has laid out for us.
We are not saying we are there yet. We are all work in progress, and our prayer is that our process will be solid.
Amen.
So that our success will be sustainable.
Amen.
So I at this point we just call out to those who are about to make one decision or the other to think about how credible is that process for you. And we need to start paying attention to the credibility of our processes. And what is more important is the God factor. Because if you look at it now, there's a way that seems right to a man, but the end of it is destruction. But if God factor is at the center of all your decision making, it will checkmate all those wrong choices and keep you grounded to make the good choices. So do not leave the place of God in your decision making progress. Do not leave the place of God out in your decision making process. And God Almighty will make sure that you are guided and His light will flood your path. You will not make wrong choices. You will not make wrong partnership. People that will tarnish your name will be far away from you. God bless you and make you credible.
Amen. All right. If you really if you were blessed by this, please don't forget to like, share, leave a comment. We'd like to read from you. And of course, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly hit the subscribe button. And until we come your way again next time, we say bye.